So I want to do an entrance. I'm thinking David Attenborough meets James Bond, but with leprosy. Can you do that? David Attenborough, James Bond, but with leprosy. Let's see what that looks like.
On the 9 a.m. conference calls every morning at CNN.
Nailed it. Okay, it's time. I've had enough time without enjoying my Veritas. All right, I need my Veritas. If you don't know, I would recommend Timba on Toast. He's got an incredible series on Project Veritas right now. I'll play you just a little bit of the current video so you can get a flavor of what he's like.
Jamie Phillips.
Yeah.
And it has also, let's see, where was that? It lists somewhere a donation from the person that you said was your child, Taylor. And it says that you're moving to New York, and that you've accepted a job to work in the conservative media movement to combat the lies and deceit of the liberal MSM. I'll be using my skills as a researcher and fact checker to help our movement.
This is the point where two other journalists from the Washington Post position themselves at a nearby table in the cafe with a hidden camera, and so we see video kick in.
So I just wanted to ask you if you could explain this, and I also wanted to let you know, Jamie, that this is being recorded and video recorded.
Okay. Yeah, I was looking to take a job last summer in New York, but it fell through. So I ended up not taking the job.
Okay. So, but you were interested in doing this job. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Project Veritas deceives people in order to have an honest conversation with them and make them reveal their true selves.
You have to use deception to a degree. Either you deceive your source or you deceive your audience. So our undercovers draw people out by I guess, figuring out what they need, being that thing, right, and then
So anyways, Timba on Toast, really good. I would check out his channel. Sorry, I didn't really give a good section there, but I have no idea how long it will take to get to something. Anyways, James O'Keefe has been saying for a while now that he's got this new bombshell that he was going to come out with today. This is the James O'Keefe cycle. If you didn't already know, James O'Keefe, his modus operandi is that he'll say he's got a huge bombshell, and then he'll release that bombshell. Usually it's timed around some kind of a political event. During the election, he had a lot of bombshells that he wanted to release. Then shortly thereafter, it'll be revealed that he's a huge shill of a grifting man husk, and then afterwards someone will come out and be like, well, he actually paid me money to say that in the thing. I'm not actually I didn't work for that organization, and or I wasn't that person, and or I didn't do the thing that I said because it was just for money, and I didn't know it was going to get into national news. I didn't know the president of the United States was going to retweet that, because there's a whole pipeline. There's a James O'Keefe to the president of the United States pipeline. He's now one of the trusted members of the mainstream, well, let's just say the mainstream conservative media. So your Breitbarts, your Tucker Carlsons, Sean Hannity absolutely loves James O'Keefe. There's a whole Sean Hannity to James O'Keefe pipeline that goes on. And now, if you'll excuse me, it is time for James O'Keefe to reveal his latest bombshell to the world.
Hey, Jeff Zucker, are you there? Hey, yes. This is James O'Keefe. We've been listening to your CNN calls for basically 2 months, recording everything. Just wanted to ask you some questions if you have a minute. Do you still feel you're the most trusted name in news? Because I have to say, from what I've been hearing on these phone calls, I don't know about that. I mean, we got a lot of recordings that indicate you're not really that independent of a journalist.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. So everybody, in light of that, I think what we'll do is we'll set up a new system, and we'll be back with you. We'll do the rest of the call a little bit later.
We're going to release those recordings today at 7 o'clock, so stay tuned. It's going to be fun.
Thanks, everybody. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.
So you just heard me talk to the president of CNN, Jeff Zucker, and inform him that that we are going to release a number of recordings today. I unmuted myself into the conference line, and they're still on there. They're listening to me right now. This is being live streamed for those of you still on the call. And we've recorded for a while, and we have clips of various producers talking, the president talking, describing their motives, describing...
He's so weird. He's so strange. He's so weird. Like, The fucking flexing. Just so you know, I've got them, of course, in the middle of the phone call as well. So they're going to be privy to everything that I'm revealing to you on this live stream that's going on right now. But this is definitely a shell shock of which the likes I think they've never experienced before. This is unlike anything they've prepared themselves for, or their bowels, for that matter.
Their political philosophy describing how they don't cover certain things, and certain political parties tell them to cover things a certain way. Lots of little clips that takes us into the minds and hearts of our people, powers that be, that inform us, because government is downstream from media. So we're going to be releasing these tapes thanks to one of our sources. One of our brave insiders has given us this information. And as you can see, they're still milling about on the call. They're listening to me right now. They have to, quote, change their system and get a different dial-in, I guess, now, because we've compromised dial-in. Project
Well, I guess
Veritas.
you need to change the channel, huh? Change the number, huh?
Is that Zucker there?
Star 6 again.
You're unmuted.
Hey, Jeff, you still there?
Yeah.
They're still on there. Yeah,
You're
so
muted.
we don't want to change the channel, really. We want to stay on the channel. We think it's important for the American people to know how you make the sausage, right? How you, to quote Noam Chomsky, manufacture consent. You know, consent should not be manufactured. It should be informed. People should be an informed populace to make informed decisions. So there you have it, folks. Live streaming the CNN 9 a.m. conference call. It was abruptly ended when James
Thanks
O'Keefe.
for using the AT&T.
Here it is. AT&T. Isn't that the company that Zucker is being fired from? Yeah. Yeah. So they abruptly ended the conference call when I dialed in. And, unfortunately for them, we've been recording for a while.
He's so sad that right away he's like, AT&T. Funny that they would do this to us. Unusual. What do they have to hide? What are they trying to censor now?
So, what else can I say? There's not much else to say. I think my message to you, for those watching the live stream, is get ready, because tonight at 7 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to start releasing these little tapes, little clips.
Oh wow! So this was just the teaser trailer. It wasn't the trailer. This is the teaser trailer. Or maybe it's even one of those like teaser to the teaser trailers. You know, when they make like a tweet and it's like 5 seconds. It's like, tomorrow the teaser trailer is released. And like, wait, this is the teaser to the teaser? Oh damn! I guess I'm kind of excited. What do you got for me?
Hundreds of hours of Jeff Zucker's phone calls at CNN here.
Good morning, everybody.
Just so much tape. So much tape.
Morning. Okay, obviously, we have an incredible story on our hands.
We sure do, and we're going through all this tape, and we're putting it in the timeline. We're listening to Zucker talking to his staff, assigning projects, talking about politics. Lot to go through. What's the hashtag, Eric?
CNN tapes.
CNN tapes. Hashtag CNN tapes, and the website is
ExposeCNN.com.
ExposeCNN.com, where our staff is hard at work going through all these phone calls that Jeff Zucker unfortunately had. There was someone who kind of leaked to us.
So, is this like the teaser? So I guess that was the teaser. Okay, so we got the teaser now. All right. I'm ready.
Explosive blow against Joe Biden leading up to the presidential election. But listen on this 9 a.m. editorial conference call at CNN, how President Jeff Zucker chooses to not cover this important story.
I think on the Breitbart, New York Post, Fox News rabbit hole of Hunter Biden, which I don't think anybody outside of that world understood last night, the Wall Street Journal reported that their review of all corporate records showed no role for Joe Biden on the Chinese deal. And yes, I do put more credibility in the Wall Street Journal than I do in the New York Post.
Obviously, we're not going with the New York Post story right now on Hunter Biden, and which seems to be giving its marching orders to Fox News and the right-wing echo chamber about what to...
Wait, So this is them editorializing and doing due diligence? Wait, is this the bombshell? I'm so confused.
Talk about today. Obviously, Hunter Biden's lawyer is quoted in that New York Post piece, and we'll just continue to report out. This is the very stuff that the president was impeached over. This is the stuff that Senate committees looked at and found nothing wrong in Joe Biden's interactions with Ukrainians, and now having an email that perhaps there was a meeting with someone from Burisma is... it seems Rudy Giuliani's sort of dream-a-vision of how to throw stuff at the wall in these closing days of the campaign.
Hey, Jeff, it's just David on the Burisma story, and we should be awfully careful about that, obviously. But I do think there's a media story of what in the world are Maggie Haberman and Jake Sherman doing retweeting that story.
Wait, that was it? No, come on. This was all over the internet for days. There's gotta be something more. This may be a felony. CNN calls police as Project Veritas leaks audio of Outlet's daily briefing with President Jeff. Wait. CNN has threatened legal action against Project Veritas? My God. Oh, maybe it is serious. Cernovich is talking about it. It's not a crime, but they legally targeted someone for reporting on a media network? Whoa. Vernal Equinox? Mike Hahn? Dog Congress? Say it ain't so, Dog Congress. This is wire fraud territory, son. Dog Congress. Oh no. But wait, what am I? Oh, this is RT. Oh, this is RT. Oh, oh, that's silly. Sorry, everyone. Oh wait, here he comes. Look
On
at
the
this.
9 a.m. conference calls every morning at CNN, their top...
So I want to do an entrance. I'm thinking David Attenborough meets James Bond, but with leprosy. Can you do that? David Attenborough, James Bond, but with leprosy. Let's see what that looks like.
On the 9 a.m. conference calls every morning at CNN,
Nailed it.
Their top leadership views their competition, Fox News and Tucker Carlson in particular, as racist and misinformed. Roll the tape.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you're going to talk about the story, I think it's unavoidable that you have to talk about the naked racism of Tucker Carlson. Because that's really what drove this anti-diversity push. You know, Trump watches Tucker Carlson show and then reacts. And just as sort of the white supremacy hour they have on Fox News every night, I think you can't disconnect the two.
What Donald Trump did last night, for anybody who watches Fox News, he was just airing all of the grievances he hears on Fox News every night. And that's all he did.
Okay, I didn't know about that. All right. Okay, so this is serious now. Now we're serious. So this is an actual tape of someone at Fox News, someone at CNN saying that Tucker Carlson's a racist. That's true. That's factually accurate. There's no libel there. There's no slander. There's no defamation. He's 100% racist. I'm saying it right now, and I'm not scared at all. He's a racist. He's very racist. He's a racist man who says and thinks racist stuff. He's got a long history of racism and vilifying people. Yeah, that's not tricky. But that was it. That's what the big scandal was. I think it's unavoidable that you have to talk about the naked racism of Tucker Carlson, sort of the white supremacy hour they have on Fox News every night. Wow, that was the CNN. The CNN. Oh, CNN made a statement on this. What does this say? James and Tucker, the voice you ID'd tonight as Marcus Mabry is actually the GA resident and CNN general counsel, David Vigilante. We're certain that you'll want to correct the record and apologize to the black executive for assuming he was the voice raising concerns over white supremacy. Oops. Oopsie doopsie. Well, he's done it again. James O'Keefe. He's consistent. If nothing else, he's consistent. You know? I don't know anyone who gets debunked quicker and with more ferocity than James O'Keefe. And it's wild. It's wild that anyone worth their salt still uses him as a source or talks about him other than just the self-parody. Just a hilarious cartoon character. That's the only reason you should talk about James O'Keefe. You know, you shouldn't be like Tulsi Gabbard. You shouldn't be like, well, this is a serious story that no one's talking about. You should be like, oh yeah, James O'Keefe, the cartoon man from Cartoonland, who's basically a character from Animaniacs, who's just a self-parody of himself. How fast can James O'Keefe cell phone? That should be the only question we're asking ourselves. Oh, sorry, and Joe Rogan. Can't forget Joe Rogan.
Hey, we want to mutual aid you to get some eyeballs on your work. So if you have a leftist YouTube channel or Twitch stream or something you want us to advertise, just send us a 20 to 30 second ad using the forms at weareserfs.com. We'll do our best to help you out. And please submit once per channel.
To our gods, unwrapped, Xander Forges, we shall build temples in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we live to do your bidding. To our lords, Jeffrey Lamb, Trevor R., Stephen, Nine Tails Cosmic Fox, Aunt Josephine, Poppy Nelson, Ryan Lubin, Jimothy K. Meeble Beeps Jr., we bow meekly for your pleasure. And to our Knights of the Round Table, Josh Mickelson, Dylan Veit, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, Todd Lajeunesse, Political Puppy, Ali Menthal, Jimmy Big Nuts, Andreas Chitoro, Good Poon Hates Cops, That's Solid Poon Then, Dr. Zayas, Joppy, Violent Orchard, Sophie Baby, Jack Darko, Thomas Barrington, J. Fraser Cartwright, Goofalankius, Melissa Murphy, Nicholas Marks, Alexander Thaler, Ramon Acosta, and Ali Retta Jaffer. We salute you. Love you all. Peace.